Today we are going to see about the leadership styles and presented by Anusha Vasantan. This is the overview of today's content, that is about definition, leadership styles and its types with the real world examples. Let us see the importance of leadership styles. Before that, let us see what is leader and what is leadership styles. Then, who is a leader? A leader is a person who influences others to accomplish a goal. And we said leader is a person. Then what is leadership? Leadership is the process of ability to achieve, inspire someone, motivate individuals or groups to achieve a common goal. So what are the ways he followed to achieve a goal and how he achieve a goal? And this is what leadership styles and why organization need the leadership styles. That is the importance of leadership styles. That first one is organizational impact. That is how it affect the organizational impact. It means it affect the employee morale. Morale in the sense the employees productivity may got decreases, and also it decrease the overall performance of the employee. Next one is about adaptability. Adaptability in the sense the leader or a follower must adjust himself or herself with the different situations to get a better outcome. Next one is about the employee development. How it affects the employee development means you can create a professional growth through the effective leadership styles. Then, if the employee got the career growth, that means he can get a effective leadership style. Let us see the different types of leadership styles one by one. There are various approaches that the leader used to guide, motivate his employee, or we can say that follower one by one. Let us see. First one is about autocratic leadership styles. Autocratic leaders are taking decisions unilaterally, that is one sided, and they expect a subordinate to follow his instructions. For example, they always used to say, "Do what I say." For example, if you take Apple's CEO, that is Steve Jobs, he is having high degree of control over the product development, and he is always used to say to the people because a lot of time people don't know actually what they want until we have to show it to them. So he is the very strict leader, and also autocratic leadership is just like a military one, that is they are always stick for the rule. Next one is about democratic leadership styles. This involves the team in decision making, and also they seek ourselves to make some decisions, and also we get some input for feedback. If we take example of Jen and Jerry's co-founder of ice cream company, they include employee for their key decision making, and also it is very much suitable to take a decision, but the time of the decision it will be very long. If you take the example of too much of cook spoils the sport. Likewise, it takes some more time to take a decision because of too much of people is involved over here, and also it fits for normally diverse and inclusive workplace. And next one is about laissez faire leadership. Here the leader take off his hands from the employee. That is, he is giving full freedom to the employees. He allow the team members to work by himself. That is, is having more freedom. That is more autonomy in their roles. And this kind of leadership is fits for the small size of organization. That is a family owned one. They used to say do it anyway, you whatever you want, you feel right you can do. If you take an example of Google would set up, you can play, you can sit, you can do your work by any way. The At the end of the day, they want your goal achieved only. They didn't restrict you to do this or do like that. They are giving full much of freedom to you. And also, if you take another example of Richard Branson, who is the founder of Virgin Group, He used to give more freedom to his employees. Next one is about transactional leadership styles. Transactional leaders mostly emphasize a structured exchange between the leader and a follower. They are mostly focused on the rewards and for good performance. If you are not doing good performance, that is your performance is poor, you can always get a punishment too. Here, the stick for carrot rule is played over, and this one is very effective for the routine task, and also it is fit for the high growth sales driven company. For example, if you take Jack Welch, who is the founder of General Electric, he gives rewards to the good performance of his employees. Next one is about transformational leadership. Transformational leaders, they are inspire and motivate their teams by setting a compelling vision and encouraging creativity, and also they create more much of innovation to develop their team members. This kind of leadership gives excellent research. If you take example of Elon Musk SpaceX, he makes his employees to think out of the box. Elon Musk SpaceX are rocket loses out of his control. It crashes into the sea, but he never ever give up. He took his employees to a different genre, and also he took his role as a chief designer. He encourages his team into the fourth attempt. Uh, they won the goal. So this is very much suitable for the faster dynamic work states. Next one is about servant leadership. Servant leadership, Dr. Abdul Kalam, our former president, he is the very best example for servant leadership. So now we are in a very advanced growth of space research center. That is, I am telling about our country, India. So that only made by our Abdul Kalam. So his brave act against NASA, and he create a fear to other countries, and he prioritized the well-being and the development of team members. He led by serving others. He not dictate the followers or employees to do this one or that one like that. He lead by serving himself to others. So this kind of leadership is very much suitable to the small business organization, non-profit one, and also the social enterprises also. Next one is about charismatic leaders. Charismatic leaders have some magnetic power. Um, they are a very persuasive, personality oriented, that attracts employees or the followers to motivate their goal. And if you take example of advertisement, they are mostly using cine actors for the advertisement. Can you think what is the reason behind this? Because this one is which for the companies uh, who are in the crisis, because or maybe in a trans turnaround situation like that. And if you take cine actors, people's may don't have why they like them. So we have to do whatever they say. So whatever they say is just like a magic. So some kind of leaders have that traits. Mother Teresa is the very best example. Next one is about authentic leadership styles. Authentic leaders, the name by itself, they are very true to themselves and to their values and the principles also. For example, if you take Warren Buffett, he shows his authentic leadership traits as honesty and integrity. And this one is fits for the ethical business practices. And also, Abdul Kalam is also a authentic leader, and he took responsibility for SLV-3 failure. So Abdul Kalam said, whenever the failure occurs, it was only because of me. Whenever the success occurs, it only because of my um, team members. So the leader, he take the failures to himself. So this one shows he is authentic leadership, that is trustability. Let us see the next one, that is situational leadership style. Situational leaders adopt their leadership style based on the specific needs of situation or individual team members. For example, Harvard Schools, he is a CEO of Starbucks. During crisis, he restructured the entire company and also he refocused on the core values. And this kind of leadership is very much fit for the rapid changing environment. And next one is about strategic leadership. Before that, let us see one more example that is about Corona. So, whenever the country having the critical situation, we must act accordingly at the time. But if you take the country New Zealand, they plays a very big role model to other countries at the time of Corona because they eradicate it first by following the strict lockdown and the strict rules. So this one is also a very big example. Next one is about strategic leadership. The name strategy means long-term plan that we all know. Here, that strategic leaders they are highly focused on the long-term process, vision, and the overall direction of organization. For example, if we take the founder of and the CEO of Amazon, the that is Jeff Bezos, he always used to work at the top level of management. Is long term vision and strategy, and it transport the overall e-commerce business into a different level. So this kind of leadership is fits for the large well established business. Let us summary all kind of leadership one by one. That may you can take it as a conclusion also. Summary, that is leadership styles reflects a leader's behavior and traits. Choice of leadership styles align with organization goals and culture, and the effective leaders often adopt a different types of leadership styles in different situations. So what I want to say is every leader must follow all kind of leadership styles because it may suitable in different situations, so he cannot handle a particular one. As I already said, there's Abdul Kalam is also a servant leader and also a authentic leader too. So every leader must adopt different leadership styles accordingly. Thank you.